What is up, everybody? Integrity Gamer joining you back here Monday night, 8 p.m.-ish. 8 p.m.-ish. It's July 16th, 2018, and we're back at it, doing a little bit more of the Wasteland wandering, as it were. I want to welcome everyone to the stream. Hope you guys are having an equally good Monday, a blessed Monday. Hope you're not having a case of the Mondays. Yesterday took the day off. Ended up doing 20 miles of mountain biking. And the funny thing is I'm not even sore. But that was a really, really good time. I encourage you, if your only pastimes are sitting in front of the old boob tube, as it were, playing video games, you totally got to get out there on a mountain bike. It feels amazing. And it's just great to get out there, see God's creation, biking through the woods. Maybe you're just biking on paths. Equally as fun. But 20 miles, that was good. It was tough. Me and the wife recently got these camelbacks, which are basically little glorified mini backpacks that have a special pouch in them that hold 2 liters of water. And then it's got a hose that comes up out of the pack to your mouth. It's got a clip to hold it in place and whatnot, and that thing really came in handy yesterday. If you haven't already, you really should switch from your crappy, plain old yellow French's mustard to a fine grain mustard. I know that might seem random. That's not random to me. Grain mustard, I'm telling you right now, if you don't know about grain mustard, you're missing out. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. I can't believe I lived this long in life without grain mustard. It's just the best. If you're wondering what grain mustard is mustard that hasn't been all pounded down. It's actually still the mustard seeds. They're soft, they're delicious, they're just as God intended you to eat them. And I think that they're much more nutritious this way. Way less sodium, and they're just tasty, and it looks really, really cool. So that's my new thing, grain mustard. And can't get enough mountain biking. Anyway, we're gonna go over some news stories today. We got a bunch lined up. Some gaming related stories, some streamer related stories, some cop shooting, as in cop shooting someone related stories, some political stories. Kind of running the gambit, if you will. So let's get into this. Let me pull up the old overlay here. Want to say hello, welcome Night Shame and Fallout Boy to the stream. I hope you two are having an excellent, excellent Monday. I know that I am. And voila, there's the magic. That's the face that haunts your dreams right there, kids. That is the face that haunts your dreams. Horseradish. So here's the thing. Staying Classy has never ever once adored horseradish, or horsey sauce as it's referred to. Can't get into it. Not a horseradish guy. I can if it's on a sandwich, it almost ruins it for me. I can bear it, okay? I can muscle my way through eating a sandwich with horseradish, but it's a tough one. It is a tough one. But grain mustard, you want the grain mustard. So we're picking up where we left off last stream, which would have been Saturday night. And yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so horsey sauce is way more different than horseradish. Okay. Here's the thing. I've had both. I've had horseradish, I've had horsey sauce, and it's got that same horsey radish tang to it that just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, again, I'll eat it. Another thing I tried for the very first time today, since we're on the topic of foods, oysters. So there's this awesome little joint that me and my wife frequent. They've got a deli inside, they've got a fish restaurant, they've got a meat eater's market inside, and there's this dude sitting next to us who, it's a funny story. There's this dude sitting next to us. He's there before we got there. We sit down, and this dude orders, like, I don't know what he was eating. I think he might have been eating, like, halibut and chips. Another guy comes and sits down by him after we sit down by him. And he says to the guy that just sits down next to him, hey, I'm going to leave. Here's $6 to give as a tip. And I just ordered 2 whole orders of oysters, 2 plates. They're yours. I'm going to be late for a meeting. I got to go. So they order, they bring out the oysters. The guy explains to the server, hey, like, this guy just left. He told me I could eat the oysters, and then of course I vouch for him. And the guy, it was way too many oysters for even this guy. So he says, hey, why don't you have some oysters? And I was like, ugh. I'm a real texture guy when it comes to food. If it's like a raw, eggy, gross texture in my mouth, I can't do it. Normally wouldn't. So that includes sushi, which now I'm a huge fan of. Love the sushi. Love the sashimi. Love the California rolls, makis, you name it. I'm all over it. I'm all about it. And I gotta say, for anyone listening that doesn't like sushi or is not a fish person and thinks, ugh, fish, how could you eat that? It's got that fishy taste, that fishy smell. I want to tell you right now, if your biggest gripe is the fishy taste or fishy smell, you haven't had fresh fish. You've had crappy old fish, and it's no reason, or excuse me, it's no wonder why you don't like fish. The context in which you've had fish is like old. It would be if like the only hamburger you ever had was like 2 days old and it came out of a dumpster. It's essentially the same equivalent. So I implore you, if you don't like fish, have some super fresh fish. There's no fishy smell, there's no fishy taste, it's clean, it's delicious, and most of all, it's just amazingly healthy for you. It really is. And so eating oysters for the first time, I found out that oysters have about 3 times more iron than a steak does. And I thought, that's amazing. That's a really good reason right there to eat some oysters. So I bellied up to the bar, prepared a couple oysters. The guy offered us some, so we took a couple. We saw them, you know, received right there freshly. Squeezed some lemon on them, put a little cocktail juice on it, or sauce rather. Wife tried it. She loved it. If you've never tried oysters and you're wondering, what does it taste like? What does it taste like? Because that was the first words out of my mouth after my wife ate the oyster. I was like, what's it like? What's it like? Because I'm just such a fraidy cat, and I'm just like, am I really going to eat this oyster? Oh, look at that, guys. You guys see this? Just sidestep the oyster story for just a moment. Let's just put it on hold. This looks like, you guessed it, a Bethesda bug. And what do we do every time that happens? This is what we do.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
That's right. We bring up Todd Howard to tell us that he's heard on the internet, or read on the internet, that apparently their games have bugs. Yeah, there's one. Anywho, oysters. My wife's like, I don't think you're going to like the texture. I know you. Don't think it's going to be your thing. What's the taste like? Well, the taste isn't bad. It's actually good. And our server said, if I could describe what the taste is like to you, it's like miso. I don't know if you've ever had miso soup at a Japanese restaurant, or miso soup is also served quite often at sushi restaurants. Miso soup's delicious. Miso has a very distinct flavor. So when the server said it tastes like a between a cucumber and miso, I thought, I love miso soup. This is actually going to be good. So I squeezed some lemon on there. I didn't do up any of the cocktail sauce because I just hate the taste of cocktail sauce. There's something horseradishy about it that I think I don't like. And yeah, it was actually delicious. The texture actually didn't bother me. And it was good. It was good. Boom. Headshot, kids. Right off the bat.
First time I met a pharaoh, I hoped it would ignore me because I wasn't made of.
So that was kind of my day today. Besides scrambling to get this stream up on time. I gotta tell you, you wouldn't believe me, but just try to suspend your disbelief for just a moment. During and after every stream that I do, I open up the Notes app on my phone, and I literally write out a laundry list of all these ideas that I have to improve the stream. And then between that moment when I finish writing that laundry list and the next day when I'm inevitably going to stream, unless of course it's Sunday, I have only that much time, which is only a few hours, to accomplish as much of that as I possibly can to better the stream. So I was able to get some of those things done today, not as many as I'd have liked. Tomorrow, since I think I'm only going to stream for about 2 hours so I can get more of this done tonight, tomorrow you should see those changes. A couple changes I would note are I added some new sound effects to the old stream deck. I added the crowd applause. Yep, there it is. And the crowd boo. And I'm being booed for the crowd boo. There's a couple others I added on there too. There's a couple more I have to put on there. And there's some new screens I want to bring up. I want to put a subscriber appreciation stream that shows up every time I start the stream and every time I end the stream. I just feel it's really important to thank you guys for tuning in, for subscribing. I mean, that's huge. That's you supporting, and I really appreciate that. And that's not going to go unnoticed on this YouTube channel, ever. If it ever does, just unsubscribe and don't ever come back, because I don't deserve your support if it ever gets to that point. So last time in the stream, I always say that. The stream. I promise you I'm not having a stroke right now. Last time in the stream, we did the glowing pond or glowing sea or whatever mission. Keep hitting the wrong button here. Let's see, what did we do? The glowing sea, there it is. And we also finished Hunter Hunted. Last stream went super long too. It was just over 5 hours. Way longer than what I usually like to, but sometimes it's just so much fun I get carried away. Anyway, today we're going to do, per subscriber request from last stream, a Brotherhood of Steel quest. We're going to board the vertibird, and we're going to get some retiring done. It's a little Blade Runner reference for you. So we're going to walk it over to the Brotherhood of Steel right now. Let's take a look at some comments. Nightbot is over here working it. It's true. So that's another thing I did. I added Nightbot to the stream. So Nightbot is just going to say some things I've already told it to say every once in a while. And if it gets too annoying, just let me know, and then I can widen the intervals. So I didn't really get to test it per se today. Other sushi stuff is gelatinous muck. Okay, I have to agree. Sometimes sushi does get into an area, especially when it gets into octopus and it feels like you're chewing on a piece of a rubber tire, like a bike tire. It can be like that. Yes, it is more fun when you interact and spread your nutty sense of humor. Larry, what's up? Welcome to the stream, sir. Good to see you. M Plays, good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you guys back. Kicking it in the house. Bringing up some 90s lingo on you. feel like I'm running in the opposite direction of where I should be going. Look. We should not be going to Diamond City. I know that Vertibird is over at the Cambridge police station. Or police station. Place the marker. We'll head over there. A couple more blowflies we gotta apparently take out. Wow. Thought that thing would have went down by now, but apparently not. Do something, Nick. There we go. It's about time. This is why I can't stand synths. Is there a power armor right where I am? If there was, I probably already snatched it. I mean, I'll take a look around here. I get a rat away, a mop and an 8-ball. I'm just gonna take the rat away though. I don't know, I've got like 4 things of power armor. I don't always like to wear the power armor. Just full disclosure. It is cool. It definitely comes in handy. Yeah, there's the power armor. And look at that. I guess I'll unlock it and you'll finally have your way. Okay? Are you happy? Oh man. You happy, Fallout guy? Fallout. You're getting the power armor. Let's, English? No, one likeness. Let's say angered. Tired. I'm gonna say damaged. Alright, so we got locked out. And, I've just noticed that somehow a lightning bug has entered my house. I'm gonna grab it. I want to see if he wants to light up on camera here. These things are awesome. See, it's part live stream, part nature show. Go ahead, light up. Light up for everyone. Just one time, will you? The dude blinks like the Fallout green color. I'm sure you guys have seen these things before. Looks like he does not want to light up. Come on, just one time. Just blink. Come on, one's for daddy. No? Alright, maybe later. Let's unlock this power armor. Feeling, no likeness. Okay, so maybe members. Alright, buddy. I know what you want. I'm gonna do the humane thing. I'm gonna let this guy go. He did just blink in my hand, but you can't see it. So I'll be back here in in just a segundo. This guy is getting antsy. He wants to get out. Give me just a moment. Alright, Integrity Gamer's back. I did just let him go. He's free. Free to find his bioluminescent blinking mate. I'll just give you a warm feeling. Here. Members had one likeness. Wearing, maybe? Lockout again. So, did I go to the building? Has a death minigame like the Saw movie? I have not been there yet. No, sir. Not yet. Not a big fan of the Saw movies. Torture pornography is really not my thing.
I'm through.
There we go, finally. And Vault Boy will finally get his way. We will be opening the door, getting in the power armor. Hopefully it's got most of its pieces. A bunch. Oh well. Gonna have to make do. So I think at the 1 hour mark we'll go over all the new stories that I have pulled up on the old browser. Hit the browser view and discuss those. Discuss the topics at hand, as it were. And as Radroach says, don't be a Radroach. As Radroach says, I really am having a stroke. As Nightbot says, don't be a Radroach. Like the video, subscribe if you're not already. I'm sure most of you are. And thank you for that. Much appreciated. Mass grabber. Oh, hello. Guess we need to have a talk, don't we? Let's see. I'm sure we got something for this.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Old Dell. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Then I'm getting high. I think that's what happened with that guy from like early 2000 who was doing the Dell commercials. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Thought he was caught smoking the reefer. Dell was like, we're not having that. We're not going to associate our brand with potheads. There's Art. He looks like a friendly. 2 arts? Or just 1 art? 2 arts? Weird. Hey.
Think I'm scared, huh?
Is he a clone?
Think a Commonwealth boy's gonna give up Dad?
They twins? This is just bizarre, man.
I ain't letting you get me.
These 2 guys are just squared off against each other at a gas station, of all places, with guns.
How many bullets I got left? Shit.
Kind of feeling like maybe I should just cap them both and just be done with it, but I mean, they're not enemies. This dude looks like he's getting the short end of the shotgun here. He's getting blasted. I wonder how much more he can take. Dang. Oh! Smash! Oh, he won out? I never would have guessed that was going to happen that way. So what's this? What is going on? What is the story here?
Hi. Please. I just want to be alone. Look. I'm not that interested in chatting right now.
Same dude. Anyone know anything about what just happened here? Is this some kind of dynamic quest, or is there a vault nearby full of clones, kind of like there was in Fallout 3? Be really interested to know what that's about. Alright, so I can already hear the vertibird. We're real close. There it is. I got my boomstick here.
See this? This is my boomstick! The 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. S-Mart's top of the line.
Maybe a synth?
You can find this
That's
in the
a
sporting goods
possibility.
department.
Maybe he's
Looks
just
like
acquired
this
his
was made in
identity. Who
Grand
knows
Rapids,
what's
Michigan.
going on?
Retails for about
I don't.
$109.95. It's got a walnut stock, cobalt blue steel,
Dude's just stomping around.
and a hair trigger. That's right. Shop smart.
Oh, let's get up to the roof.
Shop S-Mart.
Get this done. Sorry, I can't spell. Yeah, if you're watching this from a smartphone, which according to my YouTube analytics, 67% of you are, and it can be a little difficult to type, especially if you're using anything these days. There's no tactile. There's no tactile keyboards anymore on phones. I had to go up to an iPhone Plus size just so I would have a little more space for my sausage fingers, as it were. So I wasn't constantly misspelling everything. Really should just move on to predictive text. Right, well, all of a sudden it's rainy, and that's a really sudden atmosphere, climate change here, weather condition change.
Taking on a death claw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Hi.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Okay. I feel like
Flying around in a 200-year-old aircraft? What could go wrong?
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you
nice.
spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me.
Yes,
How drastically
Paladin
your
Dance. It
perception of
looks a
battle
lot less
changes
detailed,
in the air.
but that's
We're gonna
Bethesda
need
game
that
for
edge
you.
when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
Couldn't quite finish off that Mirelurk.
I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory.
Kind of the way I see the Brotherhood of Steel as well.
We're on
Commonwealth
final approach to
needs
the
them. The
airport.
Wasteland
The
needs
Goodwin
them
should be coming into
to
view just ahead. We'll be meeting
reinstate
Glenn
law and
or Captain
order,
Kells on the flight deck.
get stuff under control.
Stay close to me and answer all of his questions.
Kind of like the federal government in, 1800s United States. Cowboy times, as it were. Power armor on that ship. I need to get up there. That is cool. I feel like when I'm playing Fallout 3, I'm a missionary. And the nuclear war that took place in Fallout is just an allegory for, well, that nuclear bomb being dropped was really just postmodern philosophy. This is that huge airship we saw like 3-4 nights ago. An amazing moment.
There she is. It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. Hope you're ready. Is everyone ready? Bonesaw's ready. Okay, what are we doing here, bud?
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth yet.
This is pretty amazing. As far as set pieces go in Bethesda games, this is definitely near the top of the list.
Permission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission.
Anyone ever happen to notice that Paladin Dance is actually voiced by George
promoted
Clooney?
him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request. Place the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Priddy and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Cool.
Kells.
So, you're the one Paladin Dance has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are.
Usher in a local Black Lives Matter chapter, maybe? What are you guys doing?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
Look, all I can tell you is that we're here directly in response to the data that Dance's recon team provided us. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait until Elder Maxon addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. Understood? That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Enough.
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel and the capital Wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxon's address. Anything else?
Alright, I think we got it.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command. Dismissed, Initiate.
Will do.
Should have free will.
Why? You jealous you had to turn yours in?
Just want to see if there's anything worth collecting. Oh, here we go. Take those fusion cells. Very nice. Bag of ammo. Night vision bolt action rifle. Yeah. Pass on the cooking oil. No SIGs. Oddly enough, cigarettes aren't the thing that you end up running to in real life when you have a close family member pass away from cancer due to cigarettes.
Maxon's address is being held on the command deck.
Thanks, buddy. I'm also fluent in sarcasm.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with
Jake
difficulty.
Gyllenhaal, huh?
Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction, and most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute's scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species.
I'm looking around here for Nick Valentine, yeah. They're kind of talking about you over here, buddy. You probably don't want to be walking into this room anytime soon.
The Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Press X to add Victorium.
If you're looking for a way into the Institute, you should talk to Proctor Ingram.
Elder.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Dude's got a sweet coat. I can give him that right off the bat.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title,
yes,
we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
Not a paladin. He just knighted me and I get some sweet power armor and now I'm gonna push him to the next level. Like, well, why don't you just make me a paladin?
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
So Dance actually goes to Good Neighbor? I was unaware of that. He's rude to him. Good Neighbor's like... Good Neighbor is just... I don't know. I don't like Good Neighbor. It's obviously Fallout. Well, it's obviously Bethesda's attempt to, you know, it's, I don't know.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time.
Don't exactly know how to put it into words here. How I feel about Good Neighbor. Good Neighbor is like just a progressive's wet dream, right? Like, it's just like this make-believe place where everyone gets along and everyone's welcome and, you know, I don't know. It's not reality. Especially when we walk right up and the first thing you see is the mayor of Good Neighbor knifing a guy to death, just prison style, shanking him right in the stomach. Yeah.
Congratulations on the promotion. So how did it look
Well,
out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
Who is this guy?
Sorry, who are you?
What? Even you don't recognize me? Well, I guess I do look a little better than when we last met. Brandis, Paladin Brandis. Pulled me out of that bunker up north, remember?
That's right.
Listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not cut out for the Brotherhood anymore. But I'll give it time. I owe it to you and to my team. Thank you for giving me another chance.
Good to see him back.
Dance?
There you are.
Come here, George
How did
Clooney.
it go with Elder Maxon?
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking, bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute.
Story.
But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Really? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I kind of feel like it'd be cool to take Dance with me, or it would be cool to take Nick Valentine getting into the Institute.
Do you need a medic or something?
What do you guys think? Should I take Dance? Is he worth coming along, having him with me, or am I better off just sticking with Valentine?
You're awfully quiet. Do you need a medic or something?
Dance? All right, man. Dance it is.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
So we'll send Valentine home. My home to Sanctuary Hills. Yes. Alright, where's my cool power armor?
There. Try it now. Answer Captain Kells. Finest officer I ever.
Proctor Ingram?
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Likewise.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were Wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
I guess I don't know how to take that first thing. Was that a euphemism? Is that... Trying to proposition me here, or what?
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Most people in your condition would have given up. I just wanted to hear your story.
Sure. What the hell? I was fighting with the Brotherhood in the capital Wasteland. Worked at a staging area for the power armor troops. Our position was along a ridge line overlooking the battlefield.
No legs.
I'd say it was a 100-foot drop, give or take.
Wow.
That's quite a drop.
The enemy had no way of getting to us up there. It was a perfect liftoff point for the vertibirds. To make a long story short, the ridge I was standing on took a hit from a nuke. Sheared most of the cliff right off, and caused the platform I was standing on to tumble over the side. If I hadn't been test piloting one of the power armor suits at the time, I would have died.
Wow. It's a miracle you survived.
Nope. Just simple engineering. My power armor absorbed most of the impact. And I wouldn't call having both of your legs crushed surviving. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Right. Thanks, Resident Cynic.
Like a suicide mission to me.
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight.
Proctor T.
You know they've locked me in this blasted cage. I promise.
Proctor T-Bone. All right.
You must be in there for a reason. Maybe I'll keep my distance.
I'm only having a bit of fun with you, Knight. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster.
What's up, ZBH?
Powers that be have me locked in here.
CRH.
So
I'm sorry.
Keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables.
What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
If you need to
Thanks
stock
for joining
up
the stream.
on supplies before you head out on a mission,
Hit that
this
like.
is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stink eye. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Okay, so about 6 minutes, we'll go over the headlines from today that I picked out, that I found interesting. If I don't do that in 6 minutes, please remind me in the chat. Please.
You know those synths with the plastic
Because
faces?
every one of you know I get distracted quite easily, as is apparent in this game.
Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
Proctor.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
I have not met my son yet. Has not happened yet. Just doing Brotherhood of Steel mission here.
I'm worried about these recruits.
Up in that huge airship that they have, which...
Ah, good.
Oh.
You'll find me here.
It's a real
Just set
cat.
the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Whatever suits you.
Expanding the technological knowledge of the Brotherhood is what suits me. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you... And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of... In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Goody. Alright, so every time I meet someone on the crew, it's just someone else I can do some work for. Awesome.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
What I am ready for is to...
I'd just leave that if I were you.
That.
Where are you going, Knight? You need to complete your medical exam. Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Oh, come on. Diddle the milkman. Oh man, that's sad.
What kind of medical exam?
There's nothing to be alarmed about.
Just tell me it's not a proctology exam, alright? I know my character is obviously about 40, and it's probably about that time for a doctor to have a few fingers in his rectum, but
related questions,
no
and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
I know. I know he's wearing those big black gloves, and I just don't like it. Alright, before the war.
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes.
Yeah, dude, you're over 200 years old.
You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going
give me
down
my
the list of
kale
questions.
smoothie, you
I'm
punk.
sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Like AIDS? What are we talking about here?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
Oh, what a loaded question, right? What is this, just the precursor to like the whole like post-trans movement, pre-bestiality thing? Oh, never.
No, never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Huh, that's kind of a deep question. I don't know if I can just answer that just straight away. I mean, what's the context? I guess I'll just say no.
Are you feeling well, soldier?
Nope, no problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately.
Okay.
If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that, buddy. I'm just guessing this stuff is available to me to take. Seems like it should be. Why would you have Jet here? It's like a hardcore narcotic. I know it's kind of hypocritical. Well, why are you picking it up? But Well, obviously to sell it. I need the caps.
Something I can do for you, soldier?
Dandy Boy apples, buff out. Oh, you know what? Love to collect holotapes. Oh, what do we got back here? What do we have behind door number 3? Lovely Vanna, tell them what they won. Alright. I think that's pretty good. So we've got Dance with us. Paladin Dance. I just want to call him Captain aboard, Dan. Brother. Like Forrest Gump Captain Dan. And you know what? I never really got my power armor. I went up to the counter. The guy said I actually had to buy it. Where do I get my T60 power armor at? When does that happen?
Proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons, his foolish ways.
What's her face said? I think she said it was up on deck 3 or something. This lady. Let's go check the log. If any of you in the live chat happen to know, please let me know as well, because I have no idea. Wonder, let me just do a quick save here. Let me do a quick save. Almost sounded like, please allow myself to introduce myself. I guess I'll just take this one.
You'll be on report before you can blink.
Now that's what I call locked and loaded.
But a Dance dislike.
When it comes to keeping the grid one running,
alright, so you're saying up the stairs to the side of the dining room, go up the stairs. Okay. Thank you very much. Very kind, sir. Very kind.
I don't know about Sprite and Araya.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing.
Okay.
All right. Everything looks nominal.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator?
I guess.
Don't get smart. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship brought down by bugs?
All right.
I heard about.
Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
Glad to have you on the team. Food's not allowed near the instrument.
Can he dance with that power armor on? That was the right floor. Just go back. Alright. Thank you, sir. Kind of willy-nilly hop into some other stuff because I'm just so afraid I'm not gonna get mine. Alright. Thing worth me having. Oh, yes.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
100 push-ups. Once upon a time, I was able to do 100 push-ups without stopping. Back when I was doing kickboxing. And that was usually the first thing we did. Besides stretching and whatnot. Started up. Any Nuka-Cola's around. I like that. Alright, I hate to burden any of you in the live chat more, but where am I going to get this thing? This is the correct floor, right? Go all the way to the other end. Okay. Thank you. I will go all the way to the other end. There it is.
Never forget, you are the eyes
nope, someone's
and
in
the
that.
ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Ad Victorium,
Nice.
Squires.
Ad Victorium.
The only push-up
Dismissed.
the only push-up I'm familiar with came off an ice cream truck. It was an orange popsicle.
There's
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for
Oh, they're doing medical experiments. Nice. We got a synth here, super mutant, mole rats.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn. I'm not willing to take a chance. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stump. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. What I need are
So she wants me to get her samples. Okay, I kind of saw this coming. Anyone in the comment section happen to know, like, is this another one of those quests, much like the settlements, like Plays said earlier, that it just perpetuates, just goes on and on and on? Yeah, okay, thank you, sir. That's kind of what I thought.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, you'll be the first person I give it to.
Does she ever make a breakthrough, or do you just keep giving her stuff and nothing ever comes to fruition?
To scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey.
Okay, great. Okay, so Fallout guy, I'm looking for the power armor that they said they would have for me. When I went up to the counter to inquire about the power armor, the guy told me, oh, you gotta pay for it. But then I never got any. So I'm kind of wondering, where is this power armor that I've been promised? Quantum? Yes, sir.
Hey, you're an inspiration to us all, Knight.
Yeah.
Do us proud.
Thank you. I'm an inspiration. Let me tell you something else about myself.
Do you know who I am? I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
The bowels of the ship. Oh, should be on this floor. I'm guessing. No. Got here. Bourbon and wait, a woman?
Greetings, Knight.
Hey there.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Oh, aren't you brave? 4 mini nukes. Glad I checked that. Yes. What other goodies? Plasma grenade. Excellent. I'm sure that will come in handy. So we got the sick bay here. Little triage going on. Oh, so close. Gotta go back up just a little the other way. There we go.
Got it.
Outstanding. Let's open it up.
canister. Alright, so I think you're wearing your free power armor. I picked it up. Captain Dance didn't like something about it. I mean,
right now.
It was the stuff sitting right here, so...
Scat off my boots.
Man, you haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrate. Now that's a challenge.
I think I must have picked mine up.
Power armor well?
Let's see.
Get you through anything.
Yeah, I did. Mine didn't have the red indicating that I was stealing it, so... There we go. There's the crap that I left behind.
Looking for ammunition or weapon mods. Dr. Tegan.
Which I guess I should really just take the fusion core, right? I mean, I might as well.
Have what you need.
Goody. Let's just move on then. Hit a quick save. And look at that, wouldn't you know? 24 minutes after the fact. Actually, no. 10 minutes after the fact, I said I would go over the news stories. And as promised, we will go over the news stories right now. I can't believe that I actually managed to forget. And none of you in the comment section reminded me. Shame. Shame. Alright. I wanted to say I'm right with you there, Fallout guy, on the push-ups too, man. Orange Creamsicle FTW. That's all I've got to say. So here we go. Taking a look here at the news stories. First up, we're just going to start with some gaming stories, as it were. First up comes up from PlayStation Lifestyle. I don't know if any of you guys are PlayStation gamers. I happen to be playing this on the PlayStation. You can get PlayStation Network cards on SCD Key. According to them, you get a 3% coupon code that saves you money. So it basically makes a $50 PlayStation Network card $47.11 and a $100 PlayStation card for only $92.42, which is actually a pretty sweet deal. I mean, if you saved even $1 or 50 cents on it, that's still money saved. So there you go. All right, next story. This one I actually felt I found this pretty hilarious. So this comes from The Verge. The Twitch streamers who spend years broadcasting to no one. And here's me, broadcasting to 3 people. I joke, but if you read this article, which I'm not going to go all the way through, it's by Patricia Hernandez, and it's basically just a sob story of people that really shouldn't be streaming to begin with. They think that, from what I can tell, they think that because you play a game that's popular, you're automatically going to have subscribers, you're automatically going to have viewers, and people are just naturally going to be inclined and interested to watch your stream, which I find to be completely antithetical from the truth. And then I saw this picture. So this is a promotional image for a Twitch post about what makes people come back to the site. And as you can see in the center of that, there's an icon of a person. You are the most important part of your stream. You're the most important part of your channel. It's not about what game you're playing. I mean, that does play a part. I think we all know that's true, okay? But if you're as boring as watching paint dry on a wall, if someone would rather hang themselves than watch your stream, find something else to do. It's kind of like the gold rush, right? Like back in the 17 and 1800s, everyone was heading out to California to strike their fortune. A lot of people died along the way. A lot of people didn't get rich. Very few people got rich. And so I see the same thing with streaming games. It's like, oh, it's simple to do and it's easy. It's not. It's not simple to do. Anyone can buy a PlayStation 4. Anyone can use that built-in software to stream to Twitch, to YouTube, what have you, okay? But it takes a special something to present a stream, to be able to commentate over it, to share things about yourself, to, you know, inject humor. I mean, people care about watching someone that's interesting. People care about watching someone that they'd sit and have a beer with, or sit and be happy gaming with and just messing around with, right? That's kind of the whole point. And you also happen to be watching a cool game being played. At least that's my view. I could be wrong, I'll admit. I don't know everything just almost. So if you read through this, you can see this quote right here. It's effing hard to stay positive when doing this 5 days a week when it feels like nobody drops by. Listen, if you're doing this for 5 days a week and no one drops by, first thing I would say, get off of Twitch. Twitch is the most oversaturated game streaming service out there. There's a reason I do it on YouTube, and that reason is because there's not as many people streaming video games on YouTube. The other reason is YouTube actually allows me to stream 1080p at 60 frames a second. I mean, I'm using 9,000 kilobit bitrate, and YouTube allows it. Now, if I was to do that on Twitch, I'd be streaming at like 480i maybe until I got a sponsor or something. I'm just not about that. I like my streams to look good. If I don't think it looks good, I don't expect anyone else to. And that's the other thing that I want to say. If you're wondering why no one's watching your streams, maybe take a look at it from a different perspective. Maybe take a look at your stream and say to yourself, do I find this interesting? What do I like about this? What do I think would be better? And then work on it. I mean, it's really not that hard. So if you guys want to take a look at the rest of the article, like I said, it's at The Verge. Yippee skippy. It's basically just a bunch of whiny pants who, you know, don't have anyone watching them, and they're feeling sorry for themselves. So Patricia Hernandez figured she'd write, you know, a pity party article about it. Next story comes from the Express. Star Wars Jedi. Let me try that again. Star Wars Last Jedi Backlash. Kathleen Kennedy removed from Episode 9? ? So it's kind of a clickbait article. I'm not going to lie to you. The only thing that it really expounds upon can be found right here. I'm going to just highlight this. Kennedy has always been seen more as business than creative leader, but with attacks on both fronts, new reports indicate she has either stepped aside or been moved away from Episode 9. So, world-class BSers. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with their channel. Their whole channel seems to be based on one premise, and that premise is Star Wars and how much we hate Kathleen Kennedy. And I get it. I get all the hate, and I totally understand the backlash. In my unhumble opinion, Disney has crashed the Millennium Falcon that is the Star Wars series just straight into, you know, Endor. Just plowed it right into the ground. There's really no coming back, in my opinion, from The Last Jedi. That thing was an abomination from start to finish. And it just, it's destroyed for me. I grew up watching Star Wars. When they re-released the Star Wars original trilogy in the theaters back in like '97, I went and saw each of those films again. I've bought Star Wars movies on DVD. I've bought them on, I think I may have had them on VHS. Maybe? I don't think so. Maybe just DVD. And then, of course, Blu-ray. I've bought the movie, you know, a few times. So I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And I really didn't think The Force Awakens was that bad. Was it a rehash of New Hope? Absolutely. Unequivocally, no doubt. But I happen to agree with a guy like Razorfist, who says that before the end, you're going to be screaming and begging for George Lucas to come back. And I don't think that could be any closer to the truth. So, for those of you wondering who Kathleen Kennedy is a person who works over at Lucasfilm, and she's basically the right-hand person over there. You've got J.J. Abrams directing and calling shots, and she has a lot to do with the movies. If you look into the controversy surrounding why Star Wars has turned so SJW, Kathleen Kennedy is right up there, right at the top of the list of the people that are to blame for that. And so that's why there's a huge outcry against her. So people who are super passionate about Star Wars, most people hate her. I don't hate her. I just don't like what she's done with Star Wars. It's just a movie. I'll live. Let's move on. Next story. Sony London studio interview. Blood and Truth is VR's big blockbuster. I think this article is sweet. I think it's a little bit more than just a puff piece for the upcoming Blood and Truth game, which is really really just a elongated piece of London Heist, which came on, oh, what was it? PlayStation Worlds, maybe it was, or one of the demo discs for the PSVR. I don't know if you guys are into PSVR. I have a PSVR unit. I bought it last holiday season. And I went in buying it very, how do I want to say this? Cautiously. With my expectations set way low. And I thought to myself, if I don't like this, I'll send it back to Amazon. No harm, no foul. It was a holiday season. I got a really good deal on it, and I did get the newest version of it. And the second I strapped those goggles on and put in the first disc, it blew my mind. I totally sold on it. It's immersive. It makes, I mean, if the goal behind gaming, guys, is to make the experience as immersive as possible, this does it. I thought that motion control games did that. It added a tactile sensation and an immersion quality that just a regular DualShock or Xbox One controller lacked. With the goggles, it's tenfold. It really is. It's just that much greater at this point. So if you think immersion is why we play, and a huge important component of why we play, and adds to the experience, PlayStation VR is definitely for you. There's more than enough games out there to justify the purchase at any price. And if you look at what you're paying versus the Oculus Rift, you'll realize you are getting in relatively cheap. So anyway, London Heist was awesome. It was bite-sized action, set pieces and action pieces, and it was a lot of fun. And these guys are making a full-blown game out of it. It is going to kill. If you want to check out the rest of this article, it is at venturebeat.com. Let's move on to the next one. Let's get political. I want to get political. Let's get political. Let me hear your party talk. And let's do that. So, HuffPost, not usually a site I like, ever. But I just noticed this. Michigan lawmaker suggests Muslim candidate faces hurdles due to his faith. No way. Is this the same faith that says that all unbelievers should be subjugated and killed? That we should persecute and kill Christians and Jews and all infidels? I wonder why he's having hurdles. I wonder what the roadblock is here. I just don't get it. Next story here. This comes from Yahoo Finance, and this is pretty devastating. I think everyone's had a bad day like this. Virginia man totals a $300,000 sports car one day after buying it. Okay, so maybe not everyone has had the same exact bad day, but I think the sentiment has rested on us all. Maybe it was at the entry level of you just bought an amazing ice cream cone and then it just slipped out of your hands and hit the ground and you just stood there staring over it like a small child about to weep. This has got to be that, only probably about 10,000 times worse. So he purchased this thing Friday. He totally totaled it Saturday. It's a $300,000 car. The car in question is a McLaren 720S, and it's described on McLaren's own website as ferociously fast. The problem here is that Doofus thought that the first thing he should do after jumping in the car is probably try to go really, really fast, and what he probably didn't realize was this thing might be a little too much for you to handle. Speed kills. As you can see from the picture, I don't know if this is the dude's house. Let's see the caption. It's hard to say. I'm assuming it's the dude's house, and if it is, looks like he's got some pretty fast cars behind it. I don't know. If you have $3,000 to spend on a car, I mean, that's probably the worst investment ever, right? Everyone knows after you drive a car off the lot, at least most people who have a job and have gone to a dealership know if you buy a brand new car, it depreciates by almost half the second you drive it off the lot. So buying a $300,000 sports car, I mean, that's fine if you have the money to do that. Go hog wild. That's the freedom you have in this country. But I don't want to hear your sob story about it. I really don't. And that's not because I have anything against people with money. I think it's great. I'm not one of those SJWs that's like, we should take from the rich, and then we should do wealth distribution and give it to everyone else who's too lazy. Next story. Mexican national gets prison time for faking citizenship. He stole $350,000 in benefits. So, in light of all these, or as the liberal news puts it, in the light of all those poor Mexicans dying at our border, dying to get in, that are, you know, these hard-working, innocent people that just want to start at a new life. And believe me, I can say this, my wife is Mexican. She is from Mexico. When I met her, she was in this country illegally. She did go back. We did wait out the 5-year penalty that it took until she could come back. And so we've paid the price. We went through it the right way. She's got a green card. She's going to have citizenship here within about a year or two. Anyway, this just goes to show that not all these Mexican people, or not even anyone from any country that wants to come to the United States, is well-meaning, okay? People are good. There's good and bad in all sorts of people, and this just points that fact out. Anyway, long story short, he's ordered to pay back $360,908.85 in restitution to the Social Security Administration and other agencies. Dude looks like he was from San Diego, or living in San Diego, obviously from Mexico. He's imprisoned for more than, or what he did, I'm sorry, he impersonated an American citizen for more than 30 years. And that's what a lot of these Mexicans do, my wife included. They will buy a Social Security card, usually from people from Puerto Rico, because if you're a Puerto Rican, you are actually a U.S. citizen, so you are issued a Social Security number. And then you will live under their name with that Social Security number and card so that you can go to work legally for yourself. The cards cost anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. It's very expensive. And one other point I want to make before I move on into this story is that these people waiting at the border, trying to get in the United States, these are not people that just decided 3 days ago that, hey, you know what? My country's so bad, I need to get out of here, and the United States is my only hope. I want to just I want to present a couple arguments here, because I have intimate knowledge of how this whole thing works, how the whole racket of getting into the United States illegally works, for obvious reasons. One, you don't just plan this overnight. It takes time and it takes money. If you're in Mexico, it takes anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 to go from Mexico City all the way to the United States. What are the costs? Most of the costs are going to be finding a coyote. No, not the animal. That's what they refer to as the Mexican guides that guide the people through the border. And it's a long stretch of desert. A lot of people die on the way in. $3,000 to $5,000. Okay, so if you have people coming from El Salvador and Chile, you can easily double that, maybe even triple that. All right, so these people have premeditated plans. They've saved the money. They're going to do this. The other thing is, if things are so bad in your country, let's say you're in El Salvador, let's say you're in Peru, let's say maybe you're in Honduras. Honduras is a pretty terrible place right now. So is Venezuela. There are about 12.5 other countries that surround your country. You could go to any one of those. Why not do that? Why not just, instead of taking the long haul up to the United States and risking your life, having to save all that money to maybe get in, why not just move to a different country that's better? Maybe like Uruguay, or maybe like Argentina. I don't know. Maybe Paraguay. Okay? No, we don't want to do that. Why? Because the United States is the most free and the most economically stable, and per capita the richest country in the history of the world. You know that to be considered rich on global GDP, you have to make about $30,000. You're considered rich on global standards if you're making $30,000 a year. I'm a king. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. That's an interesting perspective, isn't it? I know we live in the United States, and I would never down this country. It's not a perfect place, but I love this country. And I love the freedom I enjoy. I never spit in the eye of this beautiful country, but it puts a real different perspective on what it means to be well off, what it means to have enough, when $30,000, which almost anyone walking out the door getting a job someplace could make in a year. You might be able to pull that down at McDonald's. If not, probably pretty close. Anyway, so this dude is living under an assumed identity as an American, not a Puerto Rican in this case, collecting all of his benefits, and yeah, it's straight up fraud. So don't let the liberals and the lefty media tell you, oh, everyone coming from Mexico or Latin American countries, they're just well-meaning, hardworking, honest people that just want to, they want to cut out a living for themselves. Not always true. It's good and bad and everything. There are some of those people there. My wife was definitely one of them. She was here working illegally so that she could save money to go to college, buy a house and whatnot back in Mexico. That's why she went back. Of her own accord. She was not deported. And then over time I wooed her. And then we got married. And then after we got married, we had to wait 3 more years so that she could come back here. So, next story. California judge forces LA Times to alter story about detective with alleged ties to Mexican mafia. So, this is just insane to me. This one comes from Fox News. And it reads, a federal judge on Saturday directed the Los Angeles Times to amend a story about a California police detective who was accused of working with the Mexican mafia after sealed court documents were accidentally made available online. That's just insane. I do not understand why this guy would want that sealed. That should be leaked everywhere. If there's one if there's one huge negative trait that Hispanic people exhibit more than other cultures, it would have to be betrayal, or traicionando, if you want to speak Spanish here with me. Traicionando, kiddies. Say it with me. Traicionando, which means to betray. And so this guy, much like most of the Mexican police force in Mexico, was working with the cartels, only this dude was a California police detective, which is just insane. I hope they lock him away. Next story. I'm running for Senate as a Republican. My Democrat parents are so furious, they're backing my opponent. I'm not going to spend too much time on this story. I thought it was interesting. It's basically the story about a guy who had been a lifelong Democrat ever since he was a small child. He has memories of his grandfather coming over to him and explaining why Reagan was such a crappy president, and just dousing the Republican Party and conservatives in general. And then this guy goes through a life change. He accepts Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Hallelujah. God bless you, sir. And then he makes this interesting statement, which is really just sort of the centerpiece of the story for me. And it reads, the Democrat Party is not the party of tolerance. It is not the party of acceptance. It is the party of intolerance. It is the party of closed doors, but open borders. It is the party of judgment. It is the party of identity politics, which couldn't be any closer to the truth in my humble opinion. The Democratic Party just seemed like they're everything that they quote-unquote oppose. Look at Antifa. Anti-fascist. Yet, what are their tactics employed? They're all fascist tactics. They do not want to hear anything that contradicts anything that they're saying. They are not about listening to other parties that they don't tolerate. They want tolerate. They preach tolerance, right? But it's a one-way street. It's you tolerate us, and we don't tolerate any of you. Anywho, what happens to this guy is that he eventually, I think through becoming a Christian, realizes, hey, I probably can't vote for a party that, thinks it's awesome to mutilate and dismember children before they're born through the process of abortion. So, I should probably vote my conscience and biblical principles, Judeo-Christian principles, and vote more conservative. So he does, and basically his whole family turns against him. And in fact, they go so far, this is hilarious, they actually go so far that they actually donate the max amount of money that they can to the Democratic candidate that is running against this guy. So, man, that's it. And it says it includes his wife, too. His parents and even his wife. That has got to be a tough marital situation. Next story. The teen was mowing the lawn when snakes attacked. This teen doing some landscaping work, mowing lawns in Florida, Jacksonville, and ends up getting attacked from behind, up on the calves. Snake bites him. Doctor thinks it might have been a rattlesnake, judging on how high the snake bit him. But what happens was, miraculously, none of the venom was injected. Here's my thought. If you see a snake, maybe this guy didn't see the snake, but if you see the snake while you are mowing the lawn, just run him over. Next story. Now this one was real interesting. Man killed by Chicago police, ran away, reached for waste. So yesterday in Chicago, another man was killed, south side of Chicago, which is basically, as you don't know, if you don't know, is referred to as Chirac because of the amount of deaths that happen there on a daily basis. And if you ever go to Chicago, don't ever, ever, ever go to the south side of Chicago. Stay safe. I've spent many months working in Chicago. It is an awesome city. It's a very segregated city, and there's a reason why. All that violence that you hear about in Chicago is all black on black violence for the most part. It's the south side and the west side, and there are neighborhoods that not even policemen go into. That should tell you just about all you need to know. If you're wondering why Donald Trump has thought and toyed with the idea of sending the National Guard in there, there's a really good reason for that. So I thought you guys should take a look at this video. I'm going to blow it up here. Go full screen. You're going to see the altercation from the body cams from the police officer. They approach this black gentleman. They think he's holding. He's got a gun. They want to talk to him. He resists. They're trying to reach for the gun. It's like, dude, why are you just carrying around a gun? There it is on the left. I don't know if you can see it. It's holstered. It's right there. And they're like, hey, get back here, dude. You can't just run from the police. You can see he's got his right hand on the gun. He pulls it out. They're telling him to stop. Nothing's happening. And that's it. He gets shot. And so what ensues is Chicago goes just bat crap crazy about it, right? Because every black person is obviously shot unjustly. That's just Black Lives Matter philosophy. If you're a black person or a person of an ethnic minority and you're shot by the cops, it's not because you weren't obeying the cops or you were just being a normal law-abiding citizen. No, it's obviously because the cops are racist and they're looking to extinguish your race. And so these cops are just looking for a sucker like you to kill. No, this guy is resisting arrest. He's pulling a gun, which is a real no-no. And then you wonder why this happens. I just don't understand the insanity. So what happens is you've got south side of Chicago having a protest. Some policemen get hurt. Some other people get hurt and sent to the hospital over the protest about this. And it's just insane. And what happens is the police chief dropped this footage that we just watched immediately after this happened. I mean, as soon as he possibly could. Why? So he could show that, hey, this was a justified killing. It is still sad, and it is sad. But the police were within their complete right to do so, do what they did, and they did the right thing. And Southside Chicago doesn't care. Southside Chicago doesn't understand that the police have authority over them. They just think that they should be able to break the laws whenever they want, probably because they're so used to it. And the police are wrong no matter what they do. And that pretty much concludes all the news stories for today that I wanted to go over. So let's get back into the gaming. I think I've taken up enough time proselytizing and giving you my opinion, but there you go.
Hail Knight.
Even gamers can stay informed on real-world events. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we're gonna exit over here.
Shade won't clear me for duty yet.
You guys have any comments, questions about the stories? I'd love to hear them in the comment section. Otherwise, we're going to move on here. I got my power armor. I'm a happy camper. I don't really need a combat knife. It seems to be the most useless weapon in this game as far as I can tell. Unless someone here knows better than I. Which, I'm looking at you, Fallout guy.
Control systems all reporting back phenomenal.
Totally take that stuff. Yep. Yeah, I thought we hit that up already. Alright, out the dough. Out the dough. There's the old vertibird. You talking to me, Dance? We ready to do this, buddy?
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridman's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Know that I am. You know, I kind of want to find that black guy who told me I'm not a knight yet. I just kind of want to gloat, right? Like walk up to him in my knight power armor and be like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Look who's a knight now." Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Elder. Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong.
CPR, you need to call that Integrity 930
those
news.
aberrations of nature close enough to smell as
I should start my live streams out like,
they're sitting on top of a
these are some of the headlines we're tracking tonight. News at 9:30.
I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Yeah, understood, bro.
Consider it done. Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their
Dance loves an attitude
It'll be
that's
a pleasure to
the attitude of a
exterminate
go-getter, get-her-done guy.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Alright, wait.
Elder Maxon. Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
Alright, fine. I thought I could get some mini nukes out of him or something, but maybe I was wrong on that. Very distinct possibility I was wrong. Is this where we're getting on? Is this it? Looks like no. Okay, there's one up there. Sorry. Probably looks like it's my first time ever playing a video game. Where do I go, guys?
It's a cleaner shot. Leaves that memorable
Fallout guy, where do I go to get the power armor again? What do I do?
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
But that is it? Okay, so that is the one. Wow. It's a real dummy no jobby moment, courtesy of yours truly, Integrity Gamer. And some quiet news music in the background. Galaxy News. I love it. I thank you for the suggestion, and let's see.
Brotherhood within striking distance of the city.
So Nightbot is spamming a comment that says, "Thanks for joining the live stream. Got an idea for something that would make the channel or live stream better? Let me know." So definitely let me know if you guys have suggestions. I think that's a good one too, Zach. Have some sort of news music going on. I think that's a good call. That's something I'm going to have to add to the laundry list of things I want to do to better the stream. And believe me, the list is long right now. It's at least an entire day's worth of work on the computer. You guys have no idea what I'm playing on. It's... what can I say? I'm really trying to take live streaming to the next level, and incorporate a lot of things that I don't think anyone else is doing. And not just to make it stand out or make it popular, it's just I enjoy doing it. Which is the other part of what I wanted to state earlier about that story having to do with the poor little Twitch streamers who no one's watching. If you don't enjoy... Let me put it this way. I stream, and I do it in a way I enjoy doing. If no one was to watch me, I might not feel great about it. But the reason I'm doing it is not to get a bunch of attention. I do it primarily because I just enjoy doing it. It's something that's conducive to my personality, and it's something I think I'm good at. That's really my main motivation. I'm not implementing all these, what I think are sweet ideas for the live stream because I want more attention. I'm doing it because I'm inspired. I'm genuinely inspired and think, hey, why not try this? Why not do this? That's just where I'm coming from. I went in the wrong vertibird? I don't think so, buddy. In fact, I'm going to prove that fact to you right now. I hope. I really should not walk there. Did I really? I feel like such an idiot now. Yeah? Okay. Looks like I actually may have gone to the wrong vertibird. I don't know how this is happening. This is such a crane. I can't even speak right. I was gonna say such a crane. A crane wreck? Such a train wreck stream. I can't find the right power armor. Well, I actually did and just wasn't paying attention close enough to know it. I'm hitting the wrong vertibird? Are we sure? I mean, take a look. You tell me. Does that look like the wrong vertibird to you? It's got the little icon on it, like the door. That's where I should go. Turn the quest on. All right. Show no mercy. There's the quest. Board the vertibird gunship is the next objective within this quest.
Instincts seem to be right on target.
Hey.
What do you want?
Nothing. I don't want anything George Clooney. Did you guys notice George Clooney's voicing Paladin Dance? I thought that was pretty cool. I was playing it one night and my wife was sitting next to me and I'm like, man, that voice sounds familiar. That sounds like George Clooney. Go on IMDb and of course it's George Clooney. So hey, does anyone have any doubts now about this being the wrong vertibird? This is perplexing. So this says it's the right vertibird. You thinking I might need to reload the save? I mean, there's only one vertibird on this deck. This dude's like, go to the vertibird.
I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
Okay. And there's only one vertibird to get on. Let's try it again. I mean, you guys know better than I, unless you're just trolling me. I know you guys have beaten the game umpteen times already, so. I'm just the pity case that you're helping along. Okay, let's check. Indeed, board the vertibird gunship. Something's not right here. Hey, I've got something for this. I really do. And here's what I've got. This might be one of these moments. Are we all in agreement? This is one of these.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Yeah, thanks, Todd Howard. I think we know. I think we can confirm what you read on the internet about your game maybe having some bugs. I know that just seems like a total impossibility, but here's the thing. Alright, let's reload. 10:03, 10:01. Okay, 9:58 already puts me up there. Let's say 9:24. Oh. Here we go. Alright, M plays. You might need to yes, I do. Yes, you did learn Betrayed today. I'm sorry I missed some of you guys' comments here. I look down and I think I'm reading them all. Alright, so there's a dispute in the live chat section about whether we fly over it or we walk to it. I don't know, but I do know this, that we look at the map,
if it looks dead,
and it still said
its head for good measure.
The
might take a chance.
well, the marker still said that oh wait. I'm such an idiot. Let me see. Because I did set down a marker. Didn't I? No, okay. Thought I did. Maybe the Cambridge Police Station I set a marker down here. I just want to put the marker away. Alright, anyway, this is where we gotta go. Let's try this again. You know I'm gonna get my goodies. That's happening. Gimme, me. Thank you. And I'm out. This thing sucked. This thing really sucked. This laser rifle that you get in the beginning of the game. I hated that thing. Maybe it's like Wonder Woman's plane. It is invisible. I liked your comment earlier too about that's why you drive a minivan. Okay, so there are 2 vertebrates now. That's new. So I think that may have just confirmed this.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
Know it, homie.
Yes, Elder. Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign.
Dang.
I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood? Consider it done. Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
You guys are hilarious. Do a stream where you teach us Spanish. We should do like a Spanish word of the day. Every day I stream. So I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow, guys. Just a little heads up, FYI for you. I think the way I will be... And look at that. God bless you, M Plays. You were totally on the money about that, man. reload was what we needed. Otherwise, I would have just been doing the same thing and getting the same incorrect result every time. Thank you, sir. So glad you're here. You've definitely earned your weight in the live stream section, and definitely my respect on the channel. I salute you. Thank you very much. And call integrity stone? Okay. Currently have a bug with the girl. Cabot girl. Can never find her. Hola. Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás? Espero que todo está bien. Estás viviendo una vida muy bendecido por Dios.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green.
Yeah, I know, but
cleared for release.
I know, but she's not there. Or I know, but she's not there. Huh. So I'm wondering if I can get into
having the Fredwood moored above the airport.
That's
the Brotherhood can strike you as you sit.
Fighting who here? Should I be firing on these dudes? I think that looks like the Brotherhood. I'm not gonna be firing on them. I just made the rank of knight. I don't want to be demoted to mop boy. Shooting my own dudes. Like MacGruber style. Blowing up his own guys. No, 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 no. Tug! Tug, guys! Call 911.
Target acquired. I'll try and keep him in your sights.
Oh, there's a giant one too. Yes, we need to take him out ASAP. You just made my list, buddy. Ball, Goliath, ball. Take some of these other jabronis out while we're circling, but there we go. That's my main concern was this dude. Let's hit that car. Maybe I can make it. Okay, it's already done. It's not gonna explode. Would have been a good strategy. It's one I like to employ when I'm taking a look at my surroundings and in a battle situation. Can I make stuff blow up? There we go, you're done.
Primary target down. Look at that thing bleed. I'm gonna find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Pridwin for repairs.
That'll work. Oh, great. Take some of these dudes out real quick. Less work I gotta do once I get on the ground. Happier I'll be. Ding. Wait, you're still up? There we go. We got some dudes over here that want a piece. And I'm feeling generous with the bullets, so let's indulge them, shall we? Better be down for the count. I think by the time I get down there, it's just going to be super mutant limbs and pieces everywhere. I think my hands are still vibrating from the DualShock 4 vibrating on using that thing. Alright. Guess let's collect our loot from these super mutants that we just look at this. We did it. Just like I thought, man. It was a bloodbath. Mixed with a little bit of Calgon. Definitely want to collect my due from that super mutant giant, which marks the third giant that I have slayed, which means 2 more and I get that coveted PlayStation 4 trophy. Yay.
Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Belled him right over here. Oh yes. Got goodies. I love how he's got shopping carts strapped to his back. That's a great design choice. It really is. Tactical. Yeah, we'll take that. There. Rosetta Stone may be good. Good way to learn it. I'll be honest with you, I had Rosetta Stone. It's a good way to learn Spanish. It's not the best way to learn Spanish. The best way to learn Spanish is to do what I did and go Goodwill hunting on it, which consists of you immersing yourself around Hispanic people, buying books to study in your off time. Like, this is what I did. This is going to sound hilarious. I know a lot of you are going to get a good kick out of this, and I hope you do. So, once upon a time, when I was very young, I mean, I know I look very young now, but not that young. When I was very, very young, I worked at Taco Bell. I know, the laughter is already starting. I learned Spanish from Taco Bell. But the Taco Bell that I worked at was all Hispanics. And most of them didn't speak English. And it occurred to me as I was washing dishes one day that, you know what, I think that if I really paid attention, I could probably learn this language. And wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool to just have a window or a door in life open up to me that would never be opened otherwise if I hadn't learned this language? So I was working with my two best friends. They were my superiors. They actually hired me in. And I bought 501 Spanish verbs. I bought a English-Spanish dictionary, and then I bought a Spanish grammar workbook. And in my off time, instead of sitting around playing video games all the time, I would actually study Spanish.
This area seems to be in disarray.
This looks exactly like the same building you go into right in the beginning of the game. That's crazy. That museum. Anyway, so after about 2 years of studying on my own, watching every movie I could possibly watch on DVD at the time with Spanish subtitles, listening to Spanish music, or Hispanic music rather. After about 2 years, I could speak it fluently, very well. After that, it was really just a matter of filling out my vocabulary and learning words that I would want and come to need to use. The biggest challenge with Spanish, and really it's the easiest thing, is this: verb conjugation. So there are 3 types of Spanish verbs. They end in AR, IR, and ER. And there is a specific pattern to how they conjugate in all their tenses. Oops. Wow, I almost did shoot him in the face.
Anything useful?
They conjugate a specific way in almost every single instance. There are some exceptions, and you just learn what the exceptions are and then apply the general rule to everything else you do. But once you learn the conjugation pattern, 85% of Hispanic words have English, have direct English equivalents. So like, if you say car, carro, I mean, if you say expert, experto, I mean, it's really, really simple. So the hardest part is just the verb conjugation. The other thing to keep in mind is any word that ends in A or a vowel, well, actually A, if it ends in A, it's most likely feminine. There are, again, some exceptions. Like, an exception would be water. Like, it ends water is agua. It ends in A, but you say el agua. You do not say la agua. What I need to do is have one of those "the more you know" animations come across the screen. I think that would be fitting in this case. This dude is mean. Got me trapped.
Send them back to hell.
Come on, Dance. Pull your weight, dude. So those are just some starters, some tips for learning Spanish. If someone would have told me that ahead of time, it would have made learning Spanish a little easier, but it's by no means a difficult language to learn at all. You should easily be able to do it. Here we go. How did I just executed a critical hit on him. How is he not dead?
Weapons cold.
Gonna queue up the Mortal Kombat fatality, flawless victory, soundbite. No, I can't do that. You ruined it. You ruined it. Alright, let's collect our stuff and get out of this Detroit-looking mess. I thought the 3 Spanish verbs were jalapeno, cayenne, and picante. All right, you got me. I was trying to pull the wool over your guys' eyes, and Fallout Boy, he called me on it, like he should have. Apologize for my deceit. It is. It's jalapeno, cayenne, and picante. Apparently, these green morons are sitting on a huge stockpile of mini nukes, or what have you. Shortening. I'll take the shortening for 100, Alex. You know, I never considered myself to be a person that suffered from attention deficit disorder. But when I play this game, I feel like I can strongly, third time strongly, sympathize with what people with ADD must feel like. Because there's a million things you want to do at once, and your mind is just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. Where do I go? I'm guessing here? Not waiting for Dance. You can take the stairs. That's on him. Those white boys want a high singing brother. That's on them. You guys ever see that skit, the Key and Peele? It's absolutely hilarious. Although I would say that
watch your step.
He is probably one of the biggest black racists I've ever seen in my life. He's funny, but that guy, like, what's that movie he did after they stopped doing Key and Peele? I can't remember what it's called. It's about that black guy who goes to the white family, and the whole thing's just this allegory about race, and it's the most racist thing ever. And he wins awards for it, and no one calls him on it. Just, you gotta love the hypocrisy of the left. Like, it's all right.
Stuff here.
It's totally acceptable to be a racist if you're a person of minority or color. No matter what you do, no matter if you were lynching white people. Like, look at that. Remember the XXX Tentacion video for Look at Me? That thing made me sick to my stomach. Where he walks up to that kid him, and the kid's legs are kicking while he's pulling up the rope he put around him. And then he goes on this moronic, unintelligible political diatribe about equality. Like, you needed to do that to try to make your point about equality? Okay. It was total race bait. That's really the only reason that dude ever got popular. To say that he was talented is to say that he had no taste in music. Oh, eyeballs. That's the first time I've seen the eyeballs pop with it. Is it wrong to say that I like that? I like that. Deal with it. Alright. Blood pack. Ramen meat. Deathclaw meat. That dude has got some serious firepower over there. Yeah, you're not gonna be flanking us anymore. Dang, man. Dance has got a sweet weapon. Owning. This is the ADD kicking in. There's a whole battle taking place right now, and I'm like, oh, what can I get over here? Is there anything for me to loot? Is there something I can unlock and get some extra XP with or something? Alright. Sounds like Dance has got some mutant hounds. He needs taken care of. I guess not. That thing flew, what? Right up the wall to the ceiling and then back down? Is that insane or what, man?
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Missile Man, yeah, definitely. Missile Man in there. Missile launcher dude. He's about to eat it though. 10 ways from Sunday. Oh, what? Oh, those eyes! Dude, I just saw the part of his cranium where the eye socket was falling down too. That was pretty sweet. Alright, let's cue up the sound effect for this, shall we, kiddies?
See this? This is my boomstick!
Dance, you stole my thunder. What a punk, man. I was going for that kill shot. You guys saw that. I was going for the kill shot in the vats, and he totally stole my moment. Shot him instead. I need that gun he's got. That's what I need. That thing is sweet. It just owns. And I like to own. I don't like to rent. I like to own. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, yes. Trying to drop something. I gotta use that fist. I really do. I know I keep saying it. That thing looks awesome. I'm gonna put it on right now. Okay, I guess I'm not, because I've got power armor. What can I drop that normally something towards the end that I don't really need. Good, I like that. Yes, yes. 8 over on weight too. It's not just a case of, oh, we got a couple extra things. Night vision. Okay, I can drop that. Dude, that's a cal. Got this one. And 3 more pounds over still. You might want to give some stuff to... Yeah, I guess I could give this stuff to him. I just hate having to do that, but you're right. I'll do the smart thing. Dance. Get over here, dude. Don't walk up the stairs without me. What a punk. I gotta walk this slow just to get to him. He's already in another room. I want to smack him. Get over here. Get over here, Danny Ocean.
Paladin.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
I do, but no way. Why the hate? Baiting me into doing it.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
They're responsible for the death of a close friend, a Brotherhood knight named Cutler. So when you ask if I hate them, I say hate's too gentle a word.
Yes.
These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back.
Couldn't agree more.
I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric.
You are.
I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
I do.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, brother. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart.
Oh,
anyway,
I am.
That's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
Totally brown-nosing it. Oh, wait. Oh, he goes up the elevator so I can't give him the stuff. This is unbelievable. You guys see this happening. I know I'm not alone here. This is ridiculous. So now I have to continue walking this slow. Now I have to loot these rooms this slow. Alright, you know what? I've decided that I don't really need some of this stuff. Don't need that. This one, I thought did 61 just a minute ago. Damage. I could be wrong. This thing's a piece of crap. It's worth money though. It's all worth money, and I like caps. I like money. Sound like the guy from Idiocracy. Huh, I like money. What do I want to drop? I'm not dropping that fat man. No, sir. Wait, I have 2 missile launchers? I really only need 1 of those, so let's go ahead and drop 1 of those. There we go. I can actually pick up these 2 again and still make weight. Good. Now I can move in and out quickly. Already been in this room. We've already looted this stuff. I'm out. Meat bags, they've really got to be the grossest possible thing in a video game in general. They're just, oh man, they're so off-putting. You guys have all seen E3 2018, I'm sure. Just to get a topic started here. Oh dude, I love the radiation storms. Which games from E3 are you guys most looking forward to? And are you guys, would you guys say that you're mostly console gamers, or are you PC elitists? What kind of people am I dealing with? What is your gaming platform of choice? Is it a console? And if so, which console is your favorite? Or do you game on primarily? If it's a PC, feel free and brag about your specs. And after you tell me that, what games are you most looking forward to coming out in 2018, the rest of this year? Definitely missed a few Super Mutants. A couple more than I thought. Here. Star. It's gotta be right around here. Oh, right around here? Right around here? Where? Check the weapon log, or the mission log. Speak to Elder Maxon. Guessing that Elder Maxon is not here, and that I have to get back on a vertibird and go see him up there. I mean, that seems like the logical thing. But who are you going to side with? I'm going to side with whoever the good guys are. Whoever I feel morally aligned with, that's who I'm going to side with. That's how it's going to go down.
You should head back to the Pridwin. I'll take care of the shells and the mess.
I don't know. I don't trust you. I want to get in on those shells too, man. Ooh, power armor. Hello. Is it better than what I got? Should I be taking this? Does anyone know? Gonna have to map there or walk. Okay. Hey, what? I'll take that fusion core. Yeah, I think I've got way better power armor than what this is, but would kind of be nice to have that put together on my 4 other suits of power armor back home.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Right, I'm not letting Paladin Dance have all the fun here. I want in on those shells as well. Talk to the bloke.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Yeah, dude.
If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of the Brotherhood across the Commonwealth.
Gotta spread the bullets, that's what I think. Alright, I'm glad we're walking. We're discovering things. We'll probably level up by the time we get to the Pridwin. I'll be happy, you'll be happy, we'll all be happy. We'll sing Kumbaya together.
Just so you know, I'm keeping my eye on you.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm so intimidated.
The farm's not much, but it's something. Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Alright, looks like you guys are going far in life. I'm gonna just leave you to it. Your beachfront property.
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Thank you. A little quick save just in case things go the southern direction in this game. What is going on here?
Iron Maiden's out to an early lead, but Piece of Junk's right behind.
A race?
Atomic Dreams is still hanging in there. This race is really heating up.
Okay.
It's another great day out here at the track.
Post-apocalyptic races going on. Dog races. Machine races. Interesting. You,
Make
sir.
good time when the weather's this clear. You should head back to the Privilege. I'll take care of the shells. And the mess.
For some reason, I don't trust you. I'm gonna follow you to those shells. Mainly because I want a few. Who doesn't want a few mini nuke shells? I want them. I have fat men. I have a couple fat men. A couple fat men, I guess, for the plural.
We should make good time when the weather.
Remember, we've got new bots in the list for tomorrow. Gonna be a great race.
Oh, hey, dude.
What is it now?
Flawless victory. Fatality.
Ooh, Dance just puts him down. I love it.
I don't think
If you're coming at him with a machete, you don't even have a weapon? What kind of idiot are you? Take your stim pack. These guys are pushovers.
Come on, you're holding up the race.
Well, hello. Say goodbye to that face of yours.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Who the fuck is that?
Watch the language, sir.
Josh, kill him already.
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hadouken!
There we go. Really nothing to worry about. Easily walk over these people.
He's in the camp. Call in the bots. Turn him
Uncapping
loose.
yourself. That's cute. Oh, you know what else is cute? The fact that I don't have the correct ammo. I don't have any more ammo for that gun. We'll make do with something else. How about this?
Being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off. You could ask yourself a question.
Didn't quite blow his head clean off the way I would have liked, but it still did the job. I love that we're embroiled in just a full-scale attack right now. This is nice. That tomfoolery, as it were. What we got? This dude. Long shot, long shot.
Damn it! Screw this.
Oh, it's one of the thuggy gangster types. The trigger men from the vault. Vault 114. Still with me, Dance? It's better not have hightailed it on me. I can't see. Oh, that did blow your head clean off. Oh, Rusty? Alright. Taking that. Appreciate it. Appreciate your contribution. Really do. It's not going overlooked. Yes.
Around looking for something that wants to blow me to flinders.
Oh, you want some? Ah, that's too bad. I think you're funny too. Alright. Let's get something a little... how shall we say? A little more appropriate for the moment.
You have insulted my honor for that.
Yeah, 99. You go rip it. I'll take that. The dance hasn't left me. That's good, because I want in on those shells. Got that crit hit, but this thing is just taking some punishment. Taking it like a champ. Gonna be good night, Irene. Anything else? Sure did. Some good stuff too. I'm carrying too much. Dance. Getting it done. Alright, we need to catch up into him quick, so we need to drop something. Drop this. There he went. Okay, I was getting a little worried. Want in on those shells, old man.
Dance.
Ready to...
You know what? It has just come to my attention that probably already took the shells from where we were. He's taking them back, so whatever. I'm gonna loot this place right quick, get up there, finish the mission, and we'll probably end the stream at that time. But don't worry, we'll be on tomorrow. I've already actually got next stream scheduled on YouTube. Got the event set, so.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
That was awesome. He's like, F this, I'm out. No. If there was ever a guy I wanted to let live, it would have been you, but you're still not. I'm still not letting you live. It's not. Dang it, I knew the second I took that snub nose. I knew it. Do any damage? It does do some good damage too. And it would just be cool to have one of those laying around. Wouldn't it? What else can we get rid of? This thing. This thing sucks. I think. I don't know, I would like to scrap it. Worth 160. How much is the snub worth? Dropping the snub. Whatever. Get along somehow.
Boy or something? Won't work.
Funny, this dude still thinks he's running the show. He's about to find out they're under new management.
That's it.
Next level here.
Scratch one off the list. Ran off.
Oh, I did not run off. In fact, I'm just getting started. Daddy's got some shotgun shells he'd like to expend upon thine ghoul face. This looks like it's filled with gas. It's gonna blow up if I shoot. Sure.
End of the line. Whatever you dish out, I do your job.
Oh, been waiting for this. Been waiting for this.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. There goes some eyeballs. And I don't know what.
You wanna play rough? Say hello to my little friend.
Got some more eyeballs in that one too. You know, it's funny because just last night I believe I was commenting about how there didn't seem to be eyeballs in this one when you dispatch someone's face completely, as opposed to how it would work normally in Fallout 3. And now I'm really seeing the eyeballs this time.
Where'd you go?
Where I am.
Oh, I'll find you.
I want you to find me. Where are you?
Come out, and I'll do you.
Not trying to make it a secret about my location here. Let's...
Through.
That was easy. Let's do this. I don't think there are any that are even still alive, but if we hear any explosions, we'll know there were.
Every second you hide, I just get madder.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there were a few more.
Shouldn't hide. Ain't very courageous of you.
Just a few. Where is this dude? I hear him.
Fraidy cat. Who's scared?
No. Yes, yes I am. Hold on. He bats around a little bit.
Come on out. I promise I'll only break one of these.
I do not see this dude anywhere. Tell you what though, now knowing that there were that many explosions, that tells me there is a lot of loot laying around. Oh yes. And it's easy pickings now. Now I don't even have to kill any of them. This is perfect. Well, that's kind of a misnomer, isn't it? I shouldn't say kill. They're never alive to begin with. I don't have to shut them down. I don't have to hit the off switch on my shotgun.
Got it.
Oh, look at that. A bunch of nothing. There we go. Yes, yes, I don't care. I will find something to drop, but we are taking this stuff. We are doing it. That's about all for this little shack. Let's head over to the next one. Shop terminal. Why, yes. Perfect, first time. Nice. Robot controls. And we killed them all, so all the turrets are down anyway. I guess we don't really need to do that. Hey, remember that one time you came at me with a machete and I blew your face off? Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for the good times. There were all kinds of explosions over here, though I do not see anything else to scrap from. A piece of junk. Just very distantly related from a bit o' honey, the piece o' junk. I know, lame joke, right? Don't you hate it when you find the turret control after you've killed all the turrets? Yes, I absolutely do. That is a pet peeve. Although, I try to look on the bright side, and for me the bright side is, well, you just destroyed the turret, you got the scrap, and you did unlock the control to get the XP, so, I mean, all things considered, I ended up getting more experience points out of it, you know, coming that way, or turning out that way, rather, but, yeah. Alright, let's drop some crap. Let's get back to the Pride and Pridwin, whatever. Tomato, tomato, I suppose. Here we go. Cool. Left arm's not doing me any good. Figure out what that 8 pounds is. Abraxo cleaner. Gone. I do want the aluminum. The cork is gone. The cloth is gone. 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 Gone, baby, gone. Empty blood pack. No. IV. We don't need it. Shortening. No shortening. More pounds. I'm gonna say it's rubber's going. The steel's definitely going. Did you see the collector's edition for Fallout 76? I did not. What does it have? I mean, I knew the collector's edition for, what was it, Fallout 4 had the actual Pip-Boy thing. You could put your smartphone in there. It's completely impractical. I wonder how many people actually played real amount of time playing the, or spent a real amount of time playing the game with that thing on, because it just seems like it was really cumbersome. Tell me about what is in the Pip-Boy, no, excuse me, not the Pip-Boy, the Fallout 76 Special Edition. I'm curious. You get a postcard from the Wasteland with a lipstick kiss on it from Todd Howard. Dude, pet peeve here. I hear one guy still here and I don't see him anywhere, and he's talking smack, and I want to put a shell in him. Where is this dude? Where this dude be? Oh, I think we found him now. Wise guy, huh? I've got ways of dealing with you. Here's what we're gonna do. And yes, the phone did just die, which means, unless I squint to see your comments from the computer, which I guess I can do, I can maximize that and hopefully read your comments. It'll be a moment before I'm back up online and can see your stuff. Okay. Oh, it's the helmet. Alright. Is it a Brotherhood of Steel helmet, I'm guessing then? Power armor helmet? Weapons. Hardened sniper rifle. Hello, Governor. Oh, Eager Ernie. See how eager you are to die. Oh, that was a headshot. Headshot. Come here, Ernie. And you're gonna have a heck of a time here. He doesn't want to pop his head around the corner anymore because he knows his face is half off at this point. Come on, dude. Show yourself. Be a man. Take your licks. Here's what I'm gonna do for you, Ernie, because I'm such a gracious person. Cha-ching! There it is. And we leveled up with that. So let's just do that. Pull up. Earlier I was pretty laser focused on what I thought I would use to level up with, and now I can't remember what I was gonna do. Gun nut rank 2 would be really good. Armor, that would also be good. I don't need any more hacking stuff. Not really into pickpocketing, and that. Mando. Scrapper would be good. The science perk's all set, so let's see. Alright. Phone is back up and running. Usually I have this thing, it's clamped onto my mic stand, which is out of the frame so you can't see it. And then it's slung over. Get back into the comments here, as it were. Like a Brutus. I'm gonna say gun nut is what we need. You need rank 2 to do anything meaningful, it seems like, in the way of building guns and sweet mods. And now we are going to loot Eddie. We're going to get back to the Pride and we're going to call it a stream. It's been a good one, I think. It hasn't been the best one in my opinion, but it's been decent. I can hang my hat on it. I have no idea how we get up here though. Goodwin, Bryden, tomato, right? How does that guy get up there? Okay. That's how that guy gets up there. Follow the junk. You'll find out who benefits. That's what Lennon said. Around? I have to walk around. Been a stream full of bumbles on my end. Eager Ernie's key. Okay, sweet. Associate's note. I always like to read that stuff. And let's throw your hipster body, the fedora, right off. There we go. Apparently picking up that note, that one piece of paper has been the straw that is breaking the camel's back currently. Which I find to be hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Permanently easier on the lockpicking. Not bad. Key, your password, that. I don't really care about the submachine guns. Dump. Tactical 50 cal hunting rifle. Yes, I know that will overburden me on the weight end of things, but I've really got to do it. Hit. Probably a whole bunch of nothing. Robot controls. Okay. Wow. Thanks for a whole bunch of nothing. Let's take a look at the 50 cal. .64 damage. Fire rate's really slow. This. This thing. I don't even know why we're carrying this dumb thing. Alright. Done deal. A trap! And I'll just be counting the seconds until I'm over encumbered with something else I don't need. Alright, let's walk it back to base, wherever that is. Like I'm well on my way there. That sound means my core is running down. Really why I don't care for power armor that much. I mean, it is cool. Not gonna say it's not cool. It's cool. Believe me. But, I don't know. Like needing food and water to run in real life. Here's my boys. It's a strong sense of kinship. I can already feel it. Bubbling up inside my soul. What's up, bro?
If you run into any simps, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Know that I will. Hacking skills are elite, bro. They're elite. Get to it. Love how if you fall from a long distance with the armor on, just...
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
Aww. Thanks, buddy.
Heard you got a new assignment.
Yeah, research patrol.
Babysitting field scribes. Prestigious.
Beats guard duty. What? What'd you get?
Vanguard.
You're kidding.
Shipping out into the next rotation. I'll try to leave a couple of super mutants for you.
Lucky bastard. The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Yeah.
Hey there.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
That...
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be
I
fatal.
hope that wasn't a euphemism about us getting together. What was that? Oh boy. I'm married. Sorry, lady.
Answer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Gonna go talk to Maximus Achilles, whatever his face is, whatever the name is, and then we'll finish this up, kids. Be up here like normal? Oh no, they're gonna make me walk it back. Fair enough.
I heard Maxim got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a Deathclaw.
Wow.
The last person that was so got.
Yeah. There he is, walking away.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
Yeah, I know. I just kill it out there. That's all I know how to do. All I know how to do is win. I make no apologies for it. So, just deal with it. Fort Strong after was sarcastic. For the Brotherhood.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Where can I get more signal grenades?
I'd use the supply I gave you sparingly. These devices are far more complex than a standard smoke grenade. Should you need more, you should acquire them from Proctor Tegan.
Will the vertibird stay and help me fight?
I'm afraid I can't spare a fully armed gunship for this task. A standard transport will have to suffice. Of course, nothing's stopping you from using the door gun while in flight.
The best weapon for survival out here is a pocket full of caps.
Signal grenades are usually reserved for our paladins. In your case, you should be great. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve.
Dialogue.
The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs.
Totally agree.
To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Where do I start?
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the... You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
Whatever you recovered from the courser at Green Tech, you should bring it to someone who knows how to manipulate Institute technology. Perhaps it will allow you to unlock the mystery of their knack for teleportation. This information could be the final piece of the puzzle. The moment you learn anything concrete, you're to report it to me immediately. Is there anything else, Knight?
Could those mysterious energy readings Paladin Dance's recon team detected be related to teleportation?
The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own, so we're not certain. However, that would explain why the readings are so random and short-lived. I'll have our scribes focus on improving our scanning techniques to learn more. Anything else you wanted to ask, Knight?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
No.
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
Forcer chip analyzed. There's really no other. Did I miss anything important? Why were you gone, man? Why were you gone? I just finished up the mission. Just reported into the Capitan. He wants me to report anything I find out about getting into the Institute. What do I want the next quest we do to be? Not this. I'm guessing we'll probably do the molecular level. That sounds good. Just to get the radio broadcast. Yeah, molecular level I think is what we'll do next. So that said, I think we will call it a stream. Everyone who joined, thank you for your support. Appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting, creating the cool atmosphere that you do. So jovial and fun.
Engine turbines
and funny.
87% efficiency.
Make me laugh.
Communications array calibration test successful.
Don't know what I'd do without you. And if it doesn't pain you too much, please tell a friend or share this stream with someone else. More the merrier. Trying to reach that sub goal of 300. It's Monday night. I really didn't think that we'd get anything tonight anyway, so expectations are pretty low for a Monday. Usually the weekends is when it seems to pick up quite a bit. Although I did get quite a few during the week last week too. So we're up 26 subs within the last week, which is good. I just need to, I don't know, somehow find exposure to a broader audience, which I don't even know where to begin to do that. So, anyway, thanks guys for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the stream, which is obviously part gaming live stream, part vlog, part news broadcast, and all the rest with pop culture references like, I don't know, like this.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
Don't worry, I won't say that word again, Samuel. Anyway, you guys, have a great night. God bless you. God keep you. And Godspeed. Here is the end of the stream video. Enjoy. Peace!